Things have gone from bad to worse for Mohamed Salah in Liverpool now that the club have officially decided to leave Mohamed Salah out of the traveling squad to face Inter Milan in the Champions League tomorrow night. And obviously, this is all coming in response from Mohamed Salah's post-match interview with the press after the Leeds United match during the weekend, which was extremely divisive, very shocking, very shocking. Nobody expected any of this whatsoever, where Mohamed Salah just lets out all his grievances, basically from in reality, it's been building up and everything. But Mohamed Salah has been benched for just 3 matches, and these 3 matches came in the span of 7 days and everything. And he was an unused sub in 2 of those 3 matches as well. It seems like in reality, it's most likely a buildup of things. But given the context of we've only seen Mohamed Salah out of the starting 11 and not really playing at all, just for 7 days basically, so it just kind of seems a little bit rash and everything. But anyway. Back to the point, I am here to give my thoughts on the whole situation, and I know I'm 2 days late, but that's on purpose because I wanted to kind of wait it out and see how the club would respond to all the statements that Mohamed Salah has made to the public, which again are very, very divisive and are definitely messy and is going to cause a lot of issues, not just between Mohamed Salah and, Arne Slot and the rest of the staff and everything, but all his teammates as well. It is not looking good whatsoever. So let's get started. Yeah, for those of you, in case, you haven't seen the interview, you haven't read any quotes from the interview whatsoever, let me bring you up to speed. So basically, after the Leeds United match, which Liverpool kind of bottled and ended up tying 3-3, Mohamed Salah, on his way out of the arena stadium, decides to talk to a reporter, and he just does a tell-all basically of what he's been feeling. And some of the takeaway quotes are that he cannot accept what is happening right now. He feels like he should not have to fight for his position in the team after everything that he has done for the club in all these years. He feels that he has earned his position in the starting 11 and on the field, regardless of what's going on right now. He can't accept the situation whatsoever. He says that he feels that the club have thrown him under the bus and are saying that he is the problem. He also said that he feels like somebody at the club wants him out now. And then he also said that at the Brighton game at this upcoming weekend, he's going to enjoy it no matter what, whether he plays or not, because he's going to be at Anfield, and it is going to be his time to say goodbye to the Liverpool fans before he goes to AFCON for an X amount of time. Now, I didn't see the interview at first. I was just reading quotes like a majority of people were before everyone had access to the interview, and I took that last statement about him saying goodbye before leaving to AFCON as he's just saying goodbye before he has to go to report for his country for international tournaments, right? And that's, no one knows how long he's going to be gone for. That's all dependent on how well Egypt do in the competition and everything. But a lot of people are actually taking that as, he's saying goodbye to the Liverpool fans as a Liverpool player officially, that the relationship is completely done. Oh, that was another thing. Sorry. Another one of the key takeaway quotes from the interview were that he feels like he had a really good relationship with the manager, Arne Slot, and now all of a sudden there's no relationship whatsoever. So another trouble in paradise type of statement there as well. But yeah, anyway, a lot of people were taking that statement about him saying goodbye as his farewell from Liverpool completely, and I didn't really take it that way. I just thought, okay, he's just going away for an international tournament for about a month. We don't know when he's going to be back, and it's going to be a crucial month for Liverpool as well, especially with how poorly they've been doing this season and everything. So that's kind of how I took it. But after watching the interview, after he made that exact statement, the reporter asked him whether that meant if he was saying goodbye as a Liverpool player completely, and Mohamed Salah adds that he doesn't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen in football. So there's a lot to kind of unpack there, right? But anyway, my thoughts on the whole situation. I do think that it's a very sticky situation, and I don't think it's as black and white as some people may think. Like it's very complicated and complex, and there's just so many contributing factors to the whole thing. And I'm kind of on the fence about Mohamed Salah's actions, right? And the other thing is, like, I don't know where the general public, the general football public, especially Liverpool fans and supporters as well, I don't know what side people are kind of like leaning towards. Are we on Mohamed Salah's side or are we on Liverpool's side? You know, a lot of people can argue that no player is bigger than the club, and I do fully agree with that sentiment 100%. No player is bigger than the club. I don't agree with Mohamed Salah's statement saying that he feels like he shouldn't have to fight for his position anymore, considering everything that he has done for the club. I don't agree with it, but I understand where he's coming from, because at the end of the day, he is a Liverpool legend. We're like, hands down, there's no debating that. He is a legend at Liverpool. He is one of the best players to ever play for Liverpool. He's also one of the best players to ever play in the Premier League as well. He is not only just a Liverpool legend, he is a Premier League legend as well. Let's not forget that. Let's get that straight, right? So from his point of view, I can understand why he would feel that way, because he's that guy. He is that guy. He's a phenomenal player. To me, he is a top 10 player all time since I have been watching football. And I could tell you my list a little bit later, but more on the whole thing. So, no, I don't think that, you know, you have your spot solidified and cemented just because of everything that you've accomplished for a club. If you're not playing well, you're not playing well. You're not going to get selected and everything. But here's the thing. I don't think that Mohamed Salah has been playing poorly. I really don't. I think Liverpool as a whole have struggled completely. And I think we're just used to so much greatness and extraordinary stuff from Salah that we're kind of like saying that he's playing badly just because he isn't, I guess, he's not, you know, contributing to he's not being a game changer, basically, which is what we're used to him being. He is that. He is a game changer. He just hasn't been a game changer this season, and he hasn't won games for Liverpool this season. But I don't think that he's playing worse than anyone else on the team. I don't think that he's playing as bad. I don't necessarily think that he's a problem. I don't think that he's a problem on the pitch. I'll say that. But what's the sticky situation about it is, with all the money that Liverpool have spent this season in the attacking players, Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, Isak, especially Isak, you have to play these players because of the price tag, because of that lump sum of money that they spent on these attacking players. They have to be in the team. It would be stupid to not play these players a majority of the time if you spent that much money. Which I know it's kind of stupid because, you know, Florian Wirtz is you know, hasn't really like hit the ground running, which is completely fine. You know, he just needs to get adjusted to the league and everything. But Alexander Isak has been god awful for Liverpool so far. And yes, it's early days and stuff like that. Like he has like a 5-year contract or anything, not just like a, you know, he can definitely come good on the price tag that Liverpool spent on him. You know, 100%. Time will tell. But like as of right now, it's not working out. It's not working out at all. Hugo Ekitike obviously is their best attacker. He's not even starting all that much either. So like that's kind of like there's just so many moving parts here and stuff. So like a player has to get sacrificed. But I don't understand why that player needs to be Salah. Especially considering the fact that Mohamed Salah is the joint leader for chances created for Liverpool in the Premier League this season, which is 28. So although he's not changing the game, he's not, being the all and out game changer that he normally is and bagging in all the goals and, creating all the chances that his other teammates are putting away and stuff like that. He's still having an impact on games to a certain extent. But again, I don't think that he's playing as bad. He's not playing worse than anybody else. I think the whole team is just struggling as a whole. And that is unfortunately also affecting him to the point where he's not being the game changer and stuff. So it's weird. It's just weird because I understand where he's coming from completely. As someone who used to play competitively a lot as well, and like I have that competitive edge in me and stuff. Like Mohamed Salah is an elite footballer. He is. You don't produce the numbers that he has produced without having that mentality and that mindset. You know what I mean? Ronaldo, for example, Messi, is a little bit more on like the quieter and humble side and stuff like that. But like when he was on Argentina for Argentina's World Cup winning team, like Messi's mentality switched like that. Something just switched inside him where he was like, you know what? I need to be that guy. I need to walk like I own this pitch. And he did. He did. He was like Michael Jordan on the field. You know what I mean? Like that Michael Jordan type of mentality and attitude. We're like, I'm untouchable. I'm winning this myself. You know what I mean? Cristiano Ronaldo had that. Mohamed Salah needs to have that as well. You don't get there you don't get those numbers without having that mentality. So I understand where he's coming from, but no, he's not bigger than the club. No player is bigger than the club and everything. So it's just weird. I don't necessarily know where to stand on that. I really don't. But he is a Liverpool legend. 366 goals and assists in 420 games for Liverpool. Like, and there's a lot of people saying as well that like this whole situation is just going to taint his legacy at Liverpool and he won't be considered a legend anymore. And I disagree with that. No, he won't get a statue made at Anfield or anything like that. But I think from us fans and like people that actually know ball, like he's still going to be a legend at Liverpool, 100%. And then, this will be like, oh yeah, and then he also did this, but that's not gonna ruin or take away from his legend status. Not from us, at least. Maybe from Liverpool. Like I said, maybe not giving him a statue, maybe not giving him any type of remembrance or something like that, some piece of honoring at Anfield that's like official or anything. Maybe. I don't know how the situation plays out. That's the other thing. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because what do we do in this situation? Obviously, I don't fault Liverpool for choosing to leave Salah out from their Champions League squad this week. I don't, because as much as I'm on the fence, I do think that Mohamed Salah definitely made the situation worse. And I do think that it was rash. I don't think that he should have taken any type of interview publicly whatsoever. And we've seen this before. We've seen how this type of thing plays out before. We saw it with Cristiano Ronaldo when he went on Piers Morgan, bashing Manchester United. And we also saw it with Romelu Lukaku when he was at Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel, giving out his frustrations as well with the manager and how the team is playing and everything. And then that was the end. Those interviews were the end for those two players at those respective clubs. So we can see where this is going based on the past two instances. The question is, because the reports are also saying that Liverpool are open or will have Mohamed Salah selected in the side to face Brighton at home, whether it's starting or just being a part of the full roster for the match. We don't know yet, but they said that he will be selected for the squad should he keep his head down, stay quiet, lay low, and just grind in training for the rest of the week, and things don't get worse. So, like I said, this whole thing was extremely rash. I don't know I don't know if this was pretty calculated. Some people think that it was calculated and Mohamed Salah knows what he's doing. I happen to think that his frustrations and his emotions got the better of him, and he spoke when he shouldn't have. Because, like I said, I think that this definitely makes the situation worse for him. I don't know. I don't see how things can necessarily get repaired. But if it was rash and reactionary, I could see a situation where, Mohamed Salah sits with, Arne Slot and the rest of like the board members and staff and everything, and even the whole team as well. And, actually regrets doing everything, like doing all that, saying all those things, and admits that it was wrong of him to do, and that he is willing to work and do everything that he needs to do in order to get back in the side. But again, like I said, who knows if that's even an option, considering how things are going. Because even though Mohamed Salah is being left out, the Liverpool still are not playing better. They're not getting the results at all. The past 3 performances without him have still been poor. Now, whether or not Mohamed Salah makes a difference in those matches where he's being left on the bench, we don't know. But from what we have seen all season so far, he's just playing just as poorly as everybody else, although I don't necessarily think it's poor. I just don't think that it's game changer. But I don't think that he's playing bad. And he's definitely not playing worse than any of the other teammates. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you on Mohamed Salah's side? Do you see where he's coming from? Or should the club definitely take more action? Is this the end for Mohamed Salah at Liverpool? And then in regards to my top 10 all time, I will give you 6 of the top 10. And this is since I have been watching football in 2010 and everything. But all time, bro, honestly, for me, it's Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, Eden Hazard, Mohamed Salah, Iniesta, Kevin De Bruyne. Possibly in that exact order. But yeah, anyway, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, follow for more. 100%. Is this the end for Mohamed Salah at Liverpool? I'll speak to you guys on the next one.